First off, I would like to say it's been a long 2 weeks for me. Not being able to go out there with the guys and go to walk with the guys, and it's been very hard for me. But I have learned a lot of things sitting on that sideline and learned to be a cheerleader first off, and be a leader. Second off, it would not be fitting that I did acknowledge the people that have helped me during this recovery process to make it speedy. First and foremost, I would like to give honor and praise to God. Second, Danny Poole and the Clemson training staff for their attributes. Last but not least, Ms. Sheriff Fowler at Advanced Orthopedics. Words cannot express how good she's been to me, helping me remove the scar tissue out of my knee, get the swelling down, and all the other things. Get my range of motion back. The Clemson fan base for continuing to stick with me and help me through this process. And last but not least, Dr. Bowman for the surgery.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you have said in the past that sometimes you getting so jacked up has kind of been a negative. I mean, there is everything to get jacked up about, including you being out for the first 2 games of the season. How do you approach this one Saturday night?
You got to make sure that you don't get caught up in all the elements that's involved in this game. You got to make sure that you're focused on your job and doing your job, and not worried about the fans or worried about the college game day or worried about your family being there. And you coming back home to the state of Alabama, you got to focus on Clemson Tigers and focus on us as a unit.
How important is this game for you personally, because you grew up only a couple of hours from there?
It's definitely an important game, but like I said, it's another game on the schedule. It's the next game. I got to make sure we go out and execute the game plan. It's definitely an important game. My family is going to be there. The things that I just said that I don't want to focus on. I mean, my family, but just to be able to play this game again is a great honor.
I'm sure Coach Steele will preach all week long about no one improvising, because we have a quarterback who can do a lot of things, and it's going to be as assignment-oriented probably as it ever has been.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a great challenge ahead of us. You have a team that's well coached. You have a team that's have great backs, great offensive line, great wide receivers. The quarterback's very good, 6'6", 240 pounds, and that can run the ball. So we got to make sure that we wrap up things that we have did wrong in the past. We got to make sure that we come out and execute.
But if he was 6'6", 240 and a pocket guy, that would present a different deal than when he's a guy who can also use those wheels. I mean, that's a whole different animal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. When you got a guy that can get out the pocket and run the ball, that presents a challenge. But when you got a 6'6", 240-pound guy that can get out the pocket and run the ball, that presents a challenge when it comes to tackling. So we got to make sure that we attack, as in the words of my dear friend Ray Lewis say, you got to make sure you go out and attack.
The other challenge is the pace of their offense and making sure you're ready when the previous play is over with. Talk a little bit about that.
They're fast-paced offense. They try to make sure that they get back up to the line, get the ball snapped, especially if they have success on the play before. They make sure they get back up to the line and they keep this thing running. We got to make sure that we're in very good shape. We got to make sure that we have our eyes right, because they run a lot of misdirection, a lot of different stuff like that. So we got to focus on our job and do our job to the best of our ability. Misdirection's
given you guys problems before. How do you know that you're more ready to face an offense like that?
Guys are focused. Guys are focused now on doing their job and doing it right. So Coach Steele harp on that we do our job and that we focus, and guys are practicing as if they were focused last night.
Brandon, what have you seen while you've been watching for 2 weeks on the sidelines, plus your experience? What do you think you can do to help the young linebackers that you guys have that are getting on playing? And then I'm trying to
I see things a lot different because of my experience. So I feel like I can, like I said, knowledge is not to be kept, it's to be given. So I feel like I can add on from an emotional standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, and I feel like I just need to be that. I just need to be Brandon Maye. I need to try to be a hero. I just need to go out and play ball like Brandon Maye.
Okay, we're going to move you real quick.